Welcome back, my friends. My name is Eric. This is Mellow 7 Gaming, and we are playing some Solasta. So this is after the winter update for the new content. I have played through all of the pre-existing content, and we have returned to town. Now, I have skipped probably 3 fights that I spotted and hid from the encounters. So we could have a little bit more XP if we really wanted to at this point. Let me show you where we're at as far as that goes. We are about 2/3 of the way, 60% maybe through 5th, right? You do the math yourself there if you really wanted to, or to 6th, through 5th to 6th, yes. We hit 5th pretty early on in the castle. Now we ended up doing some fights that I wouldn't normally do, including all of the courtyard fights rather than sneaking in from the cemetery and going down in the pipe there, only having to fight one set of ghouls. We did that fight, and then we went back to rest before going into the castle, and using the rest area, the long rest spot campground, aggroed the entire courtyard, starting with the skeletal archers that were in the tower above it. I don't think it's supposed to do that. I'll be honest with you. I tried a few times. One time just using it, just moving up there triggered them. It was close enough into their vision. And one time it triggered halfway through the rest. But either way, it triggered that entire fight. So we fought everything in the courtyard, including all of the whites in there, I think twice, because I saved, turned it off, came back later, and when I came back, it triggered the whites again. So we had a couple fights in there that I wouldn't normally do. Having said that, we did talk our way past both of the female guardians within the tower, but we did have to fight the final fight. We didn't talk our way through that. We failed that roll. So there were a couple of additional fights in there we could have fought. I didn't notice if we got the XP for them or not. I know they've said that talking through an encounter will get you the XP in the future, but I don't know if that has been implemented yet. The other thing is they did throw out patch notes for the last patch. It essentially said they broke the minimap. I hadn't noticed that myself. Take their word for it. But that's what they said the other one did. I have yet to see anything that said exactly how they've changed food, although we have noticed some food differences within traveling. And you can see if we take a look at this, we've got a lot. We've got 30 on her alone. There's another 10. Well, here, another 20 probably here, another 20 there, so up to 50. 54, I don't think we have any here because he doesn't have the strength to carry rations. Yeah, quite a bit. The other thing is we have not been able to see wands work. This one says attunement. This one says attunement. And this says requires attunement, but it doesn't actually give me the option to attune any of these in the long rest. I haven't tried a short rest, but in the long rest, they did not give me the option to attune any of these anyway. We could try a short rest right now, actually. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's see if that gives us the option. So let's go take a short rest. So here it says it's going to attune, but it wasn't giving us this option on the long rest, only on the short rest. And I don't think it's supposed to work that way. Maybe because once you have arcane recovery, potential level ups, spell slots, all that, there wasn't enough room. I don't know, but it did not give me the option. But let's take the short rest and see if this works. Like I said, I didn't get any of these options for. Okay, well, we don't need you to do any of this. I want you to do one ring. Okay, I want you to do the other ring. And we only do one at a time, huh? Okay, well, we'll do a couple partial rests to get that wand done. And even with that, we were unable to use the wand of magic missile, which doesn't say that it needs attunement, I believe. Is that the one? Yeah, see, this one, wand of magic missile, does not say it needs attunement. But if we go here, the only item we can use is the crown. And it may just be that that's what has bugged it, right? That it only has one slot. Because if we click here, you see only the crown shows up. And of course, my nose itches now. Now that we've talked about attunement, let's go ahead and see what the characters actually have gear-wise, because we have upgraded our gear, some of which we found, some of which we've purchased. through the faction thing. So we now have a longsword +1. We did just get this. Shield +1. We've obviously got a magical backpack. We've got the some extra arrows. This did not require identifying it this time around. We found them and they were there. So, well, at least the second one did. I don't remember if the first one I had to inspect or not, but I know the second one I did not have to identify. We've also got half plate +1 there as well. So we go, and their names is Natalie Hawk. This is our paladin, human paladin. We've got Eric Tallbarrel, our hill dwarf ranger. He is running a Morningstar +1. I think we bought this early from the faction, and our paladin was using it, but when we found the longsword +1, we swapped it over. He's been using an axe or a hammer. He also has a shield +1. We just found the second shield +1 towards the end of the tower after the second female protector, the one that gives you access to the teleporter into the final dude's area. So that's where we got that. We also found some bracers of archery, so +2 damage rolls on ranged attacks made with the weapon. So that's pretty cool. We do go back and forth pretty equally with his weapons, so it's nice to have. No magic armor for him yet, no magic rings or anything like that. Like I say, these were the two weapons we were using. We do have an extra set of leather armor +1. Nobody to use it. We have 2 pairs because you find the one set really early on while you're escaping the tower from the Sorax, the initial quest area. So we haven't needed that. Yeah, I think that's about that. We've got 2 +1 daggers now for her. And obviously the leather armor we talked about. This is attuned. There we go. So we now get that. And we'll see how that goes. I don't think we have anything else fancy there. So Jenny Marsh is our Marsh Halfling Rogue Shadowcaster. And the spells have been working. But we get what we get. You don't have to memorize any of them, so it doesn't bring up an option there. I haven't tried colors. Have I done color spray with her? I use shield more than anything else just because it pops up when we get hit. So I tend to use all my spell there. I don't really use my cantrips at all with her. Maybe I should. I just don't think about it, I guess, when it happens. Let's get into our high elf wizard here, lore master, Elon Fastmind. He obviously has the crown, which now does something. It casts Revivify. We do have some magic arrows on him. We do use his bow. On occasion, we now have the precious ring, obviously, which I haven't even ID'd apparently yet. But when we did the attunement, I think it said that it was a +1 ring of protection. And we've got a wand of magic missile, and we have the wand of lightning bolt, neither of which it's let me use to this point. He also has the +1 short bow. Initially, everybody else had the arrows, and he does use the bow, so I figured that was a way to make sure everybody had something magical in case we ran into something that required magic weapons to hit. And we did actually have some of the big undead dudes towards the end of the last one do need magic weapons to do full damage. Everything else just did half damage. So that is a thing. So those are the characters we have at the moment. Spell-wise, by the way, if you'd like to see those, we have Sparkle for his cantrip, and you can kind of get an idea here of what we've got. And we have done more utility stuff, so you can see we have protection, mage armor, color spray, jump. I have used sleep a few times. I decided to go with hold person instead this last time I memorized. I've been using Flaming Sphere a lot. It gives me some free attacks and it gives us some light down in the area that also does damage. So I've used that. I haven't had a chance to use Spider Climb yet, but it's on there. We've learned Fireball from a scroll. I didn't get it from the level up. I picked Haste and Vampiric Touch last time. I figured this would be really good on a rogue where we get all the, the backstab damage, sneak attack damage, that sort of stuff off of her. Although, these two now hit pretty hard too, especially him. Especially if it's undead. So it would work really well on somebody there because it does give them an extra action. And then Vampiric Touch, just kind of a little bit of free kind of, heal and damage in case we need it. But mostly we've used either Firebolt or a bow for him for damage. We've used a few magic missiles here and there too, but realistically we've tried to use them for the utility stuff. And that's that. So, whoops, we're back. So let's go ahead and see what the party says. We do have our gem quest continues on at the next location. Quest log. We do need to bring this to Okay, merchant we don't care about. There's a little book. I'll show you in a second where it is. So we need to take them to the antiquariums in Cairkiflin. This is the ghost. Okay, so now that scavenger headquarters works, you've got 3 chests here. This one has a book. It has a biography in it, or had a biography in it, that was written by Merton. It was a beginning of his adventures in the Badlands. So we did get that. This is party stash. I assume we could party stash in that one as well. So you can see I have some primed weapons in here, and a couple of additional. Here's the unfinished biography that we found for Merton. So we could, in fact, potentially cast some stuff off of these if we had the extra ingredients to do so. Speaking of which, we did make a Doomblade Rapier. It does 1d8 damage. As far as I can tell, that's it. It doesn't have a bonus to hit. And in fact, if we look right now, we're at +9 to hit, 1d8 +6, right? Because this is also a 1d8 weapon, but it's +1 because it's magic, so it gets the extra +1. So if we click this over here, you'll see we drop down to just +8 to hit and 1d8 +5. So essentially, it just does a little bit more damage. It's just a rapier that does 1d8 damage instead of 1d6 damage. It doesn't count as magic. It doesn't get any bonuses to hit. It is not an enchanted weapon. So, yeah. We don't have a mithril stone. We don't have a mithril breastplate either, I don't believe. We used our Doom Gem on the rapier instead of the greatsword because I don't have anybody that can use the greatsword. Again, I don't know that it'll actually be magical. Leather armor survival, no idea. We have the leather armor. We don't have the life stone. We made that. And I don't have Blood of Solasta yet. So those are kind of the ones I found so far. And then this one was locked, and I believe we've already opened and pillaged it, but it's there as well. Yeah. Captain Marin's stash. So yeah, that is that. We can come over here. I don't believe she has anything new to say to us, but let's find
Clear
out.
skies, my friends.
Nope, nothing new there.
Well, Stan.
So if you want to access the scavenger stuff, if you've left your gear behind and stuff, you can click over here. And it's going to bring up some stuff, and you can see they have Dark Castle. We just finished that. So they've got 22 days left remaining. Probably the 11 days up and back to go get it, now that we've come back and told them about it. Because that's how far out it is. But the Tower of Magic's completed, so we can believe. Let's show 4 days. Those are somewhere along the road. There we go. You just close it for whatever reason. It's completely unintuitive, and it brings up everything. I don't know what. I think you should click on the item, the location, and it'll bring up what they found. So this is what they found that we'd left at the previous location. So at this point, we can pick it up if we want, or we can sell it. We would get 181. I think we just sell. Oh, I don't know if we can actually select the items or not. Shall we try? So we could. So we could cheese this because I think we're only supposed to get 50% of the cost here by selling it here. So I guess we could do this, pick it all up, and then sell it ourselves. I don't know that that's going to matter. I don't know that we get paid more than 50% anyway selling stuff secondhand, but we'll just sell everything. All right, so that's done. I'm going to come over here and spend a little bit of time selling all the additional loot we had, and then we'll come back and we'll do the antiquarian challenge. All right, let's talk to the antiquarians and finish our quest here.
Delegate Summer, may we speak with you?
Yes, what is it?
We have something for you.
Or rather, someone.
Angby? Angby Cramson? Is that you?
Ha! It is, or was. Anyway, I'm here. These kind deputies brought my bones back, and my spirit came with them.
Thank you, deputies. I am in your debt. And so is the Guild of Antiquarians. On behalf of the Guild, let me offer you something for your trouble. I will make sure you go home to your family for burial, Angby.
Thank you, Halman. But before you do, I'd like to make my report.
Your report?
One advantage of being a ghost is the ability to walk through walls, you see. So, after my death, I was able to conduct a very thorough survey of an imperial necropolis. I couldn't lift a pen to write it down, so I'll report in person, if that's acceptable.
Well, let me take you to the Chancellor. She will want to know.
Capital! We're distant cousins, you know.
No, I didn't.
All right, we got a little experience. So essentially, the antiquarians are going to be the easiest for you to raise faction with, because depending on your character's backstory choices, you could start with some antiquarian faction, and then obviously you get a little bit there. We do have a couple of items that we could again turn in. I'm down to 20 food on her. I meant to take off about 10 more of that. I think we're going to go down to about 20 food total for our trips, by the way. I'm going to keep it in the stash. I haven't been selling it. Probably doesn't matter, but where do I have what I have? So I've got, let's see. Arcanum, Anor, Demeter, Tower of Knowledge. Okay, and I meant to sell that as well. Do I have anything here? Now, it won't let me drop this Adventures Journal. I think actually I'll just toss it back to her for now. That's the directions for, what order to do the code to get through the tower, right? That's that. And I don't think I grabbed the other stuff. I'm going to go back. I'm going to grab the other things I have that I hadn't turned in yet because they weren't going to lead to anything. Oh, I forgot to get that. I detected magic on it, but I didn't get it ID'd. Anything else here? No. All right, let me take care of the rest of that little homework, and then we'll move on and do something else. All right, so all the items that we have potentially to trade in, the Church of Einar is interested, and they're our lowest faction at the moment. Now, I haven't looked to see what they have to trade for anything other than his normal healing services, if anything, but you can see that one, and that one are all three things that they're interested in, and obviously the Sorakath letter, only they're interested in. So it makes sense to kind of dump all those in one place. Now, the problem is if you go to check your map, if we go to check our map, you will see that it doesn't show his banner there, right? So we see Circle of Demeter there. We see Tower of Knowledge. We see Arcanum. We see Scavengers, right? So we see everybody except them. So when you go to turn those in, you just go down here to the chaplain, I believe. We're going to find out here in just a second. My nose itches again. Where are we? We're down here somewhere. There we go. Camera decided to let us go. So let's see what happens now if we talk to him and we say...
Clear sky.
Take a look.
Take a look.
There we go. So we can boost all of these by 5, 4, 2, 6, 11. A little bit. Not a huge amount, but it's something. And now let's see if he has anything to actually sell us faction-based.
Clear sky.
Because I don't remember seeing anything. I thought he just had services like that don't do us any good. Yeah, you can see he doesn't have really anything to sell us. Yep, nothing. And to be honest, nobody does. We've got 16,000 gold and probably not a whole lot to buy with it. Let's check, oops, not cast. Let's check inventory real fast. Oh, actually we want journal. Journal, there we go. Factions. So Arcanum we're sympathetic to, but I think we kind of need joins you in battle. I don't know when they join us in battle, first of all. Okay. So we've got 4 that say they join us in battle, but they don't really. At least not at this point. I have no idea what that means. We don't have like an option to bring somebody in or something like that. Let's go look at antiquarians. Since we did just do that, we raised up a little bit. We're up to 49. I think we were Alliance before. I think we really kind of need one more to get anywhere. See if they have anything to sell us. I think I've kind of bought everything that I think we need. But you know what? Let's just do a quick tour and let's see if anybody has anything they'll sell us item-wise? Because it's possible that last time I didn't buy something because I didn't have the money, but it was available.
Delegate
I just
Summer.
don't think it is yet, though.
Or rather,
Angby?
these
Thank
We've
you.
already
On
done
behalf-
that.
I will-
Thank you.
Really?
Wanted-
Okay, so that's a bug. You have to do that every
capital
time, apparently. Can we not talk to him beyond that now? Is it just that?
Delegate Summer.
Yes.
We have.
Oh, no, we
These
can't do anything
fellow-
else about that.
You're
Wanted, so I could
Okay,
capital.
No.
interesting. What happens if we dump his bones? Do we still have his bones? Did they take them from us? Okay. These are just books that we can sell, I think, with the exception of the adventures notes. Let's try a quick save, and I'll load back in, and we'll see if that fixes that bug, because that's the dwarf is annoying. Yes, let's try that. Maybe just a quick load will do that, and then we'll get through it. See what happens. Doesn't hurt to take a couple minutes to try it. All right, let's see if that fixes it. It'd be annoying if we can no longer talk to the one person that we need to, that we have decent faction with to buy and
Delegate
sell
Summer.
stuff.
We.
These
On behalf
We're
of...
hosed.
You're
We
wanted,
can't
so
talk
I
to
could-
him.
Well,
capital.
no, I...
Okay, fair enough. And maybe if we were to leave town and come back, oh, what do we got going on here now? Oh, and then he's there. Let's just walk over there and talk to him over here. No, now he's disappeared. And doesn't show up on the map anymore. Interesting. Okay. I said, I don't think anybody else has anything for us, but we may as well run down and talk to everybody real quick just to make sure, you know, we've got money to spend. She won't talk to us. We'll come down here and talk to Jorel. Joriel? We'll go Joriel. I mean, I don't know how we're supposed to pronounce French names in this world. Who knows? They have all sorts of different
Deputies?
pronunciations. Maybe it's like English and one of the syllables is just silent. Her name is actually just L. Can we see her wares? Let's see what she's got to sell us.
Services.
Yep, see, she won't sell us anything. And it's just scrolls, which is why I didn't really bother with her anyway. Last time, I believe. And we will go... I don't know, we'll go to Temple Quarter real fast, and that should get us close to our Tower of Knowledge. So last time I think I bought stuff from antiquarians and from whoever is in the actual inn. I think we bought some stuff from him as well.
Deputy.
Can we see your
We do
wares?
re-
And scroll books, crafting books, yep. And okay, so that's that. Don't believe she has anything to teach us either, but we'll stop and check. I think you can just do your normal talking. I should have fast traveled to the market and then walked the last couple feet that way. Don't think it matters that much.
Clear skies, more.
What helped you off?
What kind?
Anyway, and stop the left too.
Nope, so nothing new there either. Oh wait, so she won't sell us anything. Do you sell healing potions?
No, we
Nope. All right.
well stay in.
So they don't actually offer anything for sale. Okay. So the next person to talk to would be Hudlin Surespell. See if he's got anything for us. I think if not, that probably is the end of our episode.
Clear sky.
We do re-
All right. Yeah, he's got nothing for us either. So everything requires brotherhood, I think, with him. Yep. So there's that. So the only person we can't talk to is the only one that might sell us anything. And I think, honestly, we bought everything he had that we wanted. I think that's where we got our initial Morning Star and +1 shield. So is what it, you know. I say it is what it is. We got what we got. We'll be back next episode where we'll actually hop on the road and we'll go to the new quest location. since apparently there's not really a whole hell of a lot going on here at town. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up, thumbs down. We'll see you next time. Cheers.